Hey guys, Ayoola here from Muscle Management Services, and this is my friend Melanie.
Hi.
We're doing a lower body, back of the body massage session today. We're gonna focus on hips, hamstrings, which are like the back of the legs, and calves and Achilles tendon and heel area. So Melanie, what is going on with you?
Oh my god, what is not going on with me? I've been a dancer for like 14 years now, and I actually had surgery on both my hips. I had a labral tear in both my hips. So I've been like recovering for a couple years now, but this is actually my first massage. But yeah, I've had like problems. I've had shin splints because like it stems from my hip and it comes down through my shins and also into my Achilles tendon, so I have really bad tendonitis as well. But I've been recovering. I'm still dancing, but it's just took a lot of physical therapy, like a year and a half of physical therapy to like get through. And I still feel like even though it's been a couple years, like I still am recovering, It's hard to come back from something so like strenuous and serious on your body. So I'm just grateful that you like help me.
And she hasn't got a massage yet, which is crazy. So tell us, what are your like daily aches and pains? What do they feel like?
I've had like my hip flexor will like tense up, or I'll grip in my quads to compensate for like the pain that I feel in my hips. So I'm trying to like focus on like relaxing my muscles more, because I feel like the more I tense up, the more it's like harder for me to dance and move like flow through everything. And then through my Achilles, I kind of feel like a little pinching or like crunching sometimes, like when I point and flex, flexion extension. Also through my shins as well, like I'll feel like a little like pain every once in a while, but that's just kind of like a daily thing. It's mainly lower body, I feel like, because dance, but yeah, that's
all right. Yeah. We are going to do a quick intake before we get Melanie on the table. So do you have any serious medical conditions that are under doctor's care?
No, and like thank God I don't, but there's nothing ever that I've had an issue with, or like family history or anything that I've had to deal with.
Okay. So guys, it's important that you have a clear understanding of the persons you're going to massage, the medical history. There are a lot of medical conditions in which massage is a contraindication, which means massage is not allowable. So before you try to massage a friend, just talk to them about their medical history, and it's important for someone receiving a massage to be upfront and honest with the person who's going to perform the massage, so that they have a clear understanding of what's going on. Also, it's Melanie's first time getting a massage, so I'm going to give you a few tips. Okay. Number one is always communicate about the pressure. So let me know if something hurts, or even if you feel like it's not enough, like you need me to go a little deeper. Because it's your massage, I can't tell what you feel. Right. So communication is the best. And you can always say, can you go a little harder in that? Can you work that a little bit more? Right. And then that way, when we're done the massage, you're like happy and you got what you want. Right. The second thing is try to relax your body. Sometimes we're so tense, we're not even aware of it. And I'll let you know if I feel like you're tensing. Yeah. Especially since you're an athlete. Yeah. You're a dancer, so you're used to like being prepared to move. That's true. So just what I tell people is like pretend that you're floating in water, or like play dead, where you're just like falling into the table. Got it?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
So we're gonna see you with Melanie on the table in a little bit. Melanie on the table. I am going to start on her hips. So I normally include hips with my back massage, since we're just videoing a lower body. I'm going to start the hips with the back exposed and include a little bit of lower back. We're not just cut here and then the hips have their own job. It's all interconnected, which is why sometimes when you get a massage, you can feel sensations all the way down to your feet. It all like realigns. How's this pressure, Melanie?
Feels like perfect.
Perfect? Okay. So I'm across the table and I'm using my hands layered. Glutes is a funny place that can easily make someone feel uncomfortable with the way you touch them. I think anyone, there's just a lot of like vulnerability with having someone touch your body. You want to make sure that you trust the person, but also that you feel like the person is touching your body in an appropriate way. And Melanie, since this is your first massage, just I encouraged her before, let me know if anything feels uncomfortable.
It feels good.
Okay. And for anyone out there listening, when you're getting a massage from someone, possibly someone you've never met before, verbalize if you feel uncomfortable at any time. Just make sure you communicate that. We don't want therapists out there who are just not experienced in making people feel comfortable and or predatory. I've had a couple experiences working with some therapists who are in jail now because they touch people inappropriately. Push, and I normally use my middle and index finger to push in, and I'm going down an inch at a time. This can be intense in glutes. How does it feel, Melanie?
Oh, it feels good.
Feels good?
Yeah.
And you keep it there. I definitely feel some tightness in here. We're going to warm up the muscle first, and then we're going to go back in with some deeper strokes to kind of loosen that up. So you see I'm lifting my fingers like a little bit, moving down by like an inch or so, and I'm going back down into the muscle. So there are, in this particular area, there are like 4 muscles. There's 3 glute muscles, medius, maximus, minimus. And then as we come along to the side right here is the TFL muscle, the tensor fasciae latae, which attaches to the IT band. And if you have tight anything in your upper legs, you want to make sure you get that muscle too. This is where a lot of tightness exists.
Yeah, I feel it.
You feel it?
It feels so good.
Okay. So is it a good hurt or
yeah? It's a good hurt, yeah.
So she's feeling some pain, but it's a good hurt and she can bear it. Let me know if it gets to the point where you're like, ouch.
I will.
I like doing this technique from across the table. It allows you to use your upper body as leverage to kind of hold. So I'm taking my fingers right now and pushing them in. So it's like my ring, middle, and index are hooking in. And I'm not pushing with my fingers, I'm pulling with my hand, and my fingers therefore are going in. And for this technique, you want to make sure your fingernails are cut short. Otherwise, you'll have some scratches and irritation. So the front of hips right in here, you're going to feel a lot of tightness. It's a fibrous-ish area anyway. And you can even do some small circles with that. And what you can also do is do some pulls. This is like a deeper technique. You can go lighter. But because we're trying to get in and resolve some issues, we're gonna go in a little deeper. Okay, so now I'm on the same side of Melanie's hip, and what I'm gonna have her do is turn her knee out a little bit, and it's gonna allow me to get into her hip and pelvic girdle a little bit deeper. All right, so when I do hips, I like to kneel next to the table. It allows my hands to be in an ergonomical position to push the pressure across her body. So especially when I'm doing detail work, I like to get down on the same level as the detail limb that I'm working on. Some people might want to sit, but I feel like being grounded on the floor helps with the pressure. How's the pressure going?
It's perfect.
Okay. So glutes can be really sensitive. Because Melanie's an athlete, she can take a little bit more pressure. And we're working to resolve an issue here. So she's going to be taking some deep breaths, and she's going to let me know if it gets to be too much. So as I move down into the belly of her glutes, the cheek and the round part, I'm going to try to just hold the pressure and just have the muscle release under my fingertips. Glutes are so important for anyone who's doing anything, sitting a lot, standing a lot. They help to stabilize the back. They're working hard all the time, and I really hope that more massage therapists start to address glutes as part of their full body. I feel like if you're getting a massage and you're not getting your hips addressed, you're missing a big power point in the body. And whenever I get my glutes massage, I feel like I could run 10 miles after. It's just like you can get so much more relief. How's the pressure in here?
It's good. Yeah.
So it's not complicated as far as like my hand movements. It's really sustaining pressure throughout and exploring. If you feel something tight and it's not the femur attachment and it's not the bones here, that means that muscle's tight. Glutes shouldn't have like lumps in them. That means there's probably a knot in there. Like I think we're coming up on a knot right here. And when you're done, everything softens up and it moves a lot more easily. So you can actually feel the muscle relax under your hands. All right, Melanie, do me a favor and turn your knee back in. Okay. As you can see, she's getting a little pink. The blood flow from all the pressure is increasing in this area. She probably might be a little sore from the massage.
That's okay.
That's something she's used to. And then this is a deeper technique. You can go in with your thumbs along the bone and slowly and gently strip the muscle away. So with this push, you're pushing in a little bit, but more so down. Is that intense?
That feels good.
Okay. So if you're doing this and the person you're massaging is like, ouch, I would say ease up and go back in a little lighter and work your way around, and then slowly increase your pressure till you're desensitizing that muscle. A lot of times, people who aren't familiar with touch assume pain means stop touching it. Don't touch it. There's something wrong. It hurts. It's been my experience that pain means there's something going on. There's something tight, especially in a healthy muscle that's not injured. And it means like you have some things that need breaking down and need to be worked out. And remember I said in a healthy muscle, so you haven't done anything to injure it. It's just tight. It functions normally. You just have a little bit of tightness. So we're going to desensitize the muscle by slowly going in and breaking it down. If you're not sure if your muscle's healthy, see a doctor. Don't let anyone massage on top of something that you might have injured, because you risk injuring your body more. So just my hands can actually feel a difference in Melanie's hip from when we started. How does it feel?
Oh yeah,
You feel
so
the
different.
you
Yeah.
feel the difference?
Yeah.
And just 5-10 minutes on the hips can make a huge difference. So we are finished, and I like to go in and effleurage just to let the muscles feel like some good stuff. And we're done. So we're gonna move on to hamstrings and lower leg. Right now, my first strokes are normally effleurage and soothing strokes. So I'm taking the palm of my hand and holding them stiff and pushing down. And my deeper strokes are pushing up, blood up towards the heart, and then my lighter strokes are coming down. Another thing for someone massaging is hand awareness. When you get to the inner thigh, you don't want anyone to think that you're diving in between their legs. So you take your hands and you start to sweep outwards, okay? And then as you come down, you can focus on just pulling down. And as you see, my shoulders are moving with my arms. My body is moving with my shoulders and my arms. So I'm not just moving my hands back and forth, my body is moving. So this first stroke is effleurage, flat palms, and you push. I also renamed it the flat palm push just because it makes more sense to name it as it sounds. So you're having your hands flat, you're following the curvature of the body. Behind the knee is a no-go zone. So when you glide over that, you go very light, and then you can increase your pressure again. It's second nature to me, but if you push too hard in this area, you can damage some very important arteries and veins that are bringing blood back and forth in the body. So any part of the body that folds, you want to avoid going deep in that area. So my next technique I named kissing ducks, and it's actually petrissage, which is a kneading motion that we learned in massage therapy school. I like to start petrissage from the ankle and Achilles tendon, and Melanie's having issues with this area anyway. So we're slowly going to petrissage Achilles tendon. Be careful not to pinch. Achilles tendon can be very sensitive. So I'm using literally my thumb and index finger and just giving it a nice little massage. How's this pressure? Do you want me to go deeper or lighter?
You can go a little deeper.
Deeper? Okay. So a lot of times I ask, how's the pressure? A better, more specific way to ask is, do you need me to go deeper, lighter, or stay the same? Especially in areas like calves where they can be really sensitive. You want to make sure you're giving the pressure to the preference of the person you're massaging. So I definitely feel some tightness in here.
Oh yeah.
And I talked about kneeling before. When I get to the side of calves, I want to push my hands into it. So I kind of get down on the level with the legs. The knees, I can grab the inner knee, and I'll just be going lightly across the knee. So from here, the inner thigh, which is a really sensitive place. Are you ticklish, Melanie?
No, it's okay.
Okay. So she's not ticklish. Some people who are ticklish, they're gonna fly off the table because it's just a very sensitive area. So there's another massage technique I call aggressive goose, and it's almost like kissing ducks, but you're doing more like a deeper pull. So I'm gonna do the aggressive goose and grab onto the inner adductors. So the kissing ducks are gonna massage and knead all the way around. If you follow my hand. When we get on the sides, this can be a sensitive area. So just make sure you're double checking pressure. How does this feel?
Feels great, yeah.
All right, she's feeling good. So we're gonna do Achilles tendon. Again, Achilles is a very sensitive area. I know Melanie can handle some good pressure in here, but most people won't be able to handle this. So just double check. So I'm taking my thumb and I'm also pushing her foot down, and I'm just kind of gliding it across Achilles tendon to loosen up that area where the tendon meets the muscle. So right in here we have soleus. I'm gonna use the technique called thumb spirals. So I'm holding her foot with both my hands, and I am using moderate. I probably can go a little deeper on her to do some thumb spirals. So the muscle that we're massaging now is called soleus, and it's the bottom part that constructs the calf. So there's soleus and gastrocnemius.
You can go a little deeper.
Deeper?
Yeah.
So with one thumb, I'm doing like a thumb push. And for a deep tissue, that's probably more so what Melanie needs, we're gonna do some stripping. So you kind of grab on the tendon. Now, you see how my hand popped off? It popped off of the tendon. So when you do it, just be very intentional with your finger and move slow because you don't want to hurt your hand or her muscle. And if you feel something, and Melanie, let me know if you can handle this pressure, you can go in and just do a nice hold, and you're just trying to get that muscle to loosen up. And I'm just using my middle ring and index finger to kind of just hold and squeeze. How's this pressure?
Feels
Good. Yeah. And to get that squeeze on the other side, I can either cross the table and squeeze, or I can just use my thumbs and mimic that and push. So I have my thumbs in an angle into her calves, and I'm just holding it and pushing. So those are calves. Now we're gonna go and do some deeper techniques in hamstrings. A good tool in which to use your hand is this flat area. For a lot of deep tissue moves, I like to start with a wider generalized area and deep pressure before I go in with my thumbs. It helps to break down the superficial layers. So I'm gonna hold my hand with my wrist stiff, my forearms, and it's gonna go across above the soft area of the knee. I like to flex and relax the muscle right here. Actually, relax the muscle and shorten it. And I'm gonna elongate the muscle while I push a little bit of pressure into her hamstrings. And create a rhythm with that. So this can be intense. This is a deep technique for people who have a deep pressure preference. If you're massaging someone and their pressure preference isn't deep, you can go right on and continue doing the kissing ducks, petrissage, and kneading. And that technique alone should be able to loosen a lot of things up. For the side, IT band and vastus lateralis. I'm gonna take the flat of my hand with some good lotion and do some glides over it and just push. There's this feel-good technique. I don't even know what to call it. We need to name this one. So I'm going down with the sides of my hands and just creating some imaginary circles. And for me, it loosens up the several encasings for the muscles in this area and kind of gets the fascia moving a little bit more. And then you can when you get to the knee, you can kind of flat palm massage the sides of the knees. This is flat palm push, but I'm allowing my fingers to spread out a little bit to kind of caress the calves. So legs aren't that complicated. You just want to make sure you're addressing each muscle. If it helps, get an anatomy book and look at the direction of the muscles, so you kind of have an idea of what you're touching as you perform this. Okay, so I hope you guys learned something. To remove the draping, you can find the edge of the sheet, pull, and quickly cover your client up. And you can always do some soft rocking to put the limb to sleep. Hey guys, so the beautiful Melanie just got her first massage.
Oh my god. This is the most amazing thing I've ever done in my entire life. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So off camera, I went and did the other side of her leg. We did some cupping on hips, legs, and then we did a little bit of back.
Yeah.
She got like goosebumps.
I did get a lot of goosebumps. It felt so good. It was so great.
So tell us how your first massage went. I mean,
oh my gosh, I feel so much more relaxed, which is great because like I hold so much tension, like all my stress, anxiety, everything in my muscles, which is so bad because then it's even hard for me to function like regularly. So I'm gonna go about my day feeling so much better. So yeah.
It's my pleasure. I'm so glad you were able to be my massage model. Thank you. And tell us a little bit about you and how we can find you like out there. She's a YouTuber too, guys.
I post my dance videos on YouTube. If you look up at Melanie Breaux, I can like tell you how to spell it.
Okay. Yeah, tell us how to spell it.
Okay, it's Melanie first name, and then Breaux, it's Breaux. It's French, but yeah. And on Instagram and Snapchat, whatever you want.
The same Melanie Breaux.
Yeah.
All right, so Melanie Breaux, the next dance extraordinaire. What do you want to do with dance?
I'm really hoping, because dance kind of goes either like commercial or like concert kind of dance. Either I want to join a company, like go around Europe and like see the world and dance.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or like go to California and like dance in like, you know, just like backup dance for like an artist or something.
Shows
do something like, shows, like music videos or something like that. But it's hard. Both are hard. So we'll see. I'll come back.
All right, well, we're going to fix this girl up so she can start dancing again.
God.
Check her out on YouTube, and thank you so much. You'll see her again. She'll be my body model in the future.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Oh, my God. That's going to be great.
Oh, gosh. Let me get myself together.
Oh, my God. That was perfect.
Okay.
There you go.